kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, they're my kind of stuff. Let me give you an example. Let's say, our video conferencing platform for 500 attendees is £100 a month. Don't know, this is just a guess, but if it is, and Marty mentioned 25%, $25, but that's every month. And if you've got 100 customers, that's 2,500 every month. Now, that's not rocket science. And you're not telling me that out of nearly 6 billion people that use the internet, you can't find 100 customers. But that 2,500 becomes life-changing for most people, because the average pension in the UK is half of that, less than half of that. That's ridiculous. But I wanted to also talk about shareholders and what it means to be a shareholder and be part of a company that has shareholding, because we don't. And there is a massive difference. Now, we've all heard of all of these giant companies, from Coca-Cola to Nestle to ExxonMobil. All of these companies have shareholders, and they are all beholden to those shareholders. So their main and only goal is to make a profit. Don't care how they do it, they want to make a profit. And some of these companies, bless them, and I'm not going to name any names, but some of these companies use methods that you or I would balk at because they're just wrong. I'm sorry, they are wrong. There's a company in India that decided to take the lake because they could. It's free water. And they converted that into bottled water, and now they sell it. But the Indians don't have any water for their irrigation, for their crops. And they're now beholden to a company that just bottled their water. Now, that's wrong. So shareholders, I'm sorry to say, having been in financial services for 40 odd years, shareholders are bad. I don't like them because, as I said, the corporations are beholden to the shareholders. They are keen to make money. That's all they're interested in. We have a different outlook. We have a different theme, a different thought process. And this is more about making sure we have value for money. So Marty mentioned that our video conferencing platform that you could say is a competitor has got all these new little bits and pieces added to it. I wonder where they got those from. I wonder. Anyway, the point being here that we have an opportunity that can be life-changing for an awful lot of people. You don't have to understand how things work, because I don't. I'm not technically minded. Yes, I'm pretty good with figures, but with numbers. But when it comes to the technical aspect of it, I haven't got a clue. So when you have a company that's going to do the bits and pieces for you that you can't do because you don't know how to, win-win as far as I'm concerned, a win-win situation. And like Marty, yes, I'd love to earn $1 million a year, but I don't think I could spend that. Well, I could spend that in a month, but that's not the point. The point is, I'm sure that once I'm comfortable with what I want, that there are going to be opportunities for me to help others. And if I think about this, to multiply this by the million early birds that we have already, and if each of us, for instance, donated, because we're making $2,500 a month, $100 a month, that's 100 million a month going to good causes. But charities take money off the top. We all know that. And most of them take between 30 and 50%, which is, in my book, what's the point in having a charity? And when you've got some CEO of a charity earning 300,000 for doing some figures, wrong. Sorry. So we have a system, or we're going to be able to launch a system that has a different way of doing it. They're going to cover all the fees. They're going to cover all the expenses. So every dollar that you donate goes directly to the cause, whatever it is that you decide to offer your money to. Now that becomes life-changing. Now we know Amazon has created 40,000 millionaires over 20 odd years. Just think if we have 1 million millionaires within the next 5 years, what difference would that make to pretty much every country? Think about it. If a million of you donated 100 a month to good causes, what difference could that make to countries? Now, that's why I want to be part of this. I don't like shareholders. I don't like being beholden to other people. But when you've got a CEO that wants to create value for money, do it right, you're going to get people that are going to balk at that. And a lot of these larger corporations don't like that. Shame, because it's still coming. He won't give it up. Back to you, Comfort. Thank you.